Hi everyone. Today is June the 8th, and I want to talk about some of my feelings and thoughts during the coronavirus pandemic while staying in the US. Um, we know that as of today, the total number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the US has reached almost 200,000, which is a big number. As a comparison, in China, where the virus first outbroke, the total number of cases was only 80,000. And if we compare the daily cases, uh, recently, every day in the US, the number of newly confirmed cases is about 20,000, while in China, the newly confirmed cases daily is only under 50. So this is a very big difference, and I I feel very worried about the current situation in the U.S. We have been working from home since uh, late March, and we have been doing online shopping since then. We haven't been to any grocery store or uh, like Target or um, Trader Joe's for um, more than 2 months. And whenever we get out with our daughter, we put on face masks, and our daughter, who is 3 years old, also put on face mask. But we still saw that on the streets or in the park, about 30 to 40% of people wouldn't put on face mask. Um, I would say that these people are not very responsible for their own health. They are not protecting themselves in the public, and also they are not responsible for others because what if they carry some virus and they sneeze? They can easily uh, spread the virus if they don't have the mask on. And for us, we're trying to be cautious because we know that this virus can be very dangerous. Um, and and Another thing that I felt is that um, because of the virus, the daycare is closed, and our daughter has been staying at home for uh, almost 3 months now. Um, the Luckily, grandma is helping to take care of our daughter, and uh, grandma is teaching her something every day and playing with her. I know it can be very challenging if both parents are working parents, and if they don't have anyone to help them. It can be very tiring to work and take care of the kid every day. And we don't know when the daycare will open again, and we don't know uh, if we want to send our daughter back to the daycare even if it's opening. Um, there are other things that um, our in our daily life we feel that we're affected because of the virus outbreak. For example, I need to see my dentist, but I'm still debating if I want to see her these days or if I want to wait until the virus is under control, for which I don't know when it will get under control. And also, we know that about 1 week ago, Donald Trump said he would plan to cut any airplane flying from China or to the US, or flying from the US to China we were very concerned at that time when he announced his plan because what if the virus thing gets out of control in the US, or uh, the protests gets out of control in the US? Um, we want to have a way to get back to our own country instead of trapped in the US. But luckily, the Chinese and the US government are going to have some negotiation about uh, allowing the airlines to fly between the two countries. Um, and another big thing recently is that uh, there are many protests going on because about 2 weeks ago, a white policeman accidentally killed a black man. The policeman knelt on the black man's neck for a very long time, and the black man died. Um, of course, the policeman was wrong. He did something terribly wrong. Mm, I agree with them that I agree with the protesters that Lives Matter, but in my own opinion, it's not a good idea to have protests uh, during such a pandemic. Uh, as I mentioned before, many people in the US wouldn't put on face masks. I didn't go to join the protests. I only saw the protests on TV. Um, for the big scale protests, uh, I think more than 1,000 people joined these protests, and some of I would say maybe 20 or 30% of people didn't put on face masks in the protests, and people would staying next to each other. They were staying very close to each other. The virus can easily spread in this kind of uh, situation, and even some of the police officers didn't put on face mask during these protests. That very dangerous. I think the inequality problem between white people and the black people has been existing for 200 years, and it's not realistic to get this problem solved during this pandemic. And I think indeed the priority these days is to uh, fight against the virus and get the virus under control. Um, I know that American people love freedom, and Americans are very different from Chinese people. Chinese people, they can obey the government's regulation, and they can stay at home for 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and then the virus is gone in China. I know that it's very hard for all American people to stay at home, but I hope that people here can find a good way to fight against the virus and get the virus under control first. And then the problem of uh, unemployment and the problem of um, inequality between black and white people can then be solved. Thank you for watching the video.